In a remote village nestled between the mountains and forest, there lived a young boy named Arjun. His eyes were full of dreams, but his life, like many others in the village, was bound by poverty, routine, and limitations. Yet, what set Arjun apart was not brilliance, strength, or talent, but an unshakable belief in the power of discipline. This is the story of how discipline transformed an ordinary boy into an extraordinary man, and how the quiet strength of consistency shapes destiny more than bursts of inspiration ever can. Arjun was just 10 when he first saw the man who would change his life. Every morning, before the sun touched the soil, a figure would jog past the village, muscular, focused, and determined. He was Major Rathore, a retired army officer who had chosen the village for peace after decades of service. Children feared him, adults respected him, and Arjun admired him. One morning, Arjun gathered courage and asked, "Sir, how did you become so strong?" The old soldier smiled. "Discipline," he said. "Not talent, not strength. Discipline." The word struck Arjun. It was simple but mysterious. What did it really mean? From that day, Arjun began to follow Major Rathore at a distance, mimicking his morning jogs, his cold showers, and even the way he ate, slowly, mindfully. The villagers laughed. "He's just a boy. This phase will pass." But it didn't. One day, Arjun complained to Major Rathore, "I wake up early, run every day, help my father in the fields, study at night, but nothing has changed. I'm still poor, still average." Rathore took him near a bamboo grove. "Do you know how bamboo grows?" he asked. Arjun shook his head. "You plant the seed. You water it every day. But for years, nothing happens. Not even a sprout. People think it's dead. But suddenly, in the 5th year, it grows 90 feet in 6 weeks." Arjun's eyes widened. "But it wasn't growing in those 6 weeks," Rathore continued. "It was growing the entire time, under the soil, building roots, becoming unshakable. That, Arjun, is discipline. You won't see results immediately, but one day, everything will rise together." That lesson became Arjun's compass. He no longer questioned the delay. He embraced it. Years passed. Arjun became a teenager. His routine was simple but strict. Wake up at 4:30 a.m., exercise and meditate, study for 2 hours, work in the fields, school, evening revisions, sleep by 9 p.m., no distractions, no shortcuts. While his friends played, he practiced. While others chased fun, he chased mastery. But life wasn't easy. At 17, his father fell ill. Their crops failed. His family couldn't afford electricity, let alone college. His dream to join the civil services, his one escape, seemed impossible. His mother cried, "Give up this dream, Arjun. Get a job. Help us survive." His heart broke. But he replied, "Give me 1 year. If I fail, I'll do as you say. But give me 1 year of faith." And he worked harder than ever. By candlelight, by hunger, by sheer will. Discipline became his religion. One humid afternoon, a postman arrived, holding a brown envelope. The entire village watched as Arjun opened it with trembling hands. He had cracked the civil services exam, with an all-India rank of 47. The bamboo had broken through the soil. The same villagers who once mocked him now celebrated him. The boy who once borrowed books was now called Collector Sahib. But Arjun never changed. He still woke early, still lived simply, still believed in discipline over everything else. When asked in interviews about his success, he would always say, "I'm not talented. I am not lucky. I am disciplined. That is my superpower." Years later, Arjun was invited to speak at a university. A student asked, "Sir, how do I stay motivated every day like you?" He smiled and said, "I don't. I'm not always motivated, but I'm always disciplined. Motivation is like a spark. Discipline is the firewood. When the spark fades, the firewood keeps burning." He paused and continued, "If you only work when you feel like it, you'll never achieve anything great. Greatness begins the day you show up when you don't want to." In his 40s, Arjun returned to his village, not to rest, but to build. He started a school, not just to teach subjects, but to teach discipline as a life skill. Morning routines, daily journaling, physical fitness, and mindfulness were made part of the curriculum. Children began waking up early. Families ate meals together again. The village, once forgotten, became a model for rural transformation. When a journalist asked why he chose to come back, Arjun replied, "Because a bamboo never forgets where it took root. You may not see results today. Your efforts may go unnoticed. Your sacrifices may feel meaningless. You may feel like giving up. But remember, every drop of sweat is feeding the roots beneath. Every disciplined day is adding strength to your foundation. And one day, when you least expect it, your bamboo will rise. Not inch by inch, but foot by foot. Not in silence, but with thunder. Because that's how discipline works. Slow, silent, strong, until the world sees what you've been building all along. Discipline is not punishment. It's preparation. Preparation for a life most will only dream of. Arjun's story is not about exams or poverty or success. It's about what happens when a human decides to show up every single day, regardless of circumstances, emotions, or applause. So ask yourself today, are you watering your bamboo? Because the soil may look still, but beneath it, something powerful is growing.